Russell Crowe has allegedly revealed a shocking truth about Nicole Kidman's divorce from Keith Urban, a hidden divorce clause buried deep within their prenuptial agreement that supposedly predetermined every outcome long before their marriage even began. According to circulating reports, Keith discovered this clause years into the marriage and warned Nicole, saying, "If you enforce this clause, everyone will know this marriage was a contract, not a commitment." That warning, if true, changes everything we thought we knew about their 19-year relationship. To understand how this could happen, you have to go back to 2006, when Nicole and Keith signed their prenup before their wedding. At that time, Nicole was still recovering from her highly publicized divorce from Tom Cruise, a split that left her emotionally guarded and legally cautious. Her legal team insisted on ironclad protection, demanding clauses that went far beyond simple financial separation. They wanted control, certainty, and safety. Keith, though a rising country star, wasn't nearly as wealthy or powerful as Nicole, and his past struggles with addiction made him, from a legal perspective, a risk. So, the prenup allegedly contained detailed clauses outlining how any potential divorce would unfold: custody, finances, and even behavioral conditions. Russell Crowe, a close friend of both, allegedly knew about the prenup talks and later claimed that Keith stumbled upon a clause years later that mapped out the entire endgame, essentially turning their marriage into a pre-written contract. The revelation devastated Keith, who reportedly confronted Nicole about it. He warned her that enforcing the clause would make the world see their marriage not as a love story, but as a business arrangement. Nicole, according to these accounts, defended herself, saying the clause was standard protection after everything she'd endured with Tom Cruise. But for Keith, the emotional damage was done. He felt betrayed, realizing that the marriage may have always been structured for Nicole's safety, not mutual trust. According to these alleged revelations, the clause could have been one of several types: an infidelity clause giving Nicole full control if Keith strayed, an absence clause triggered by his touring schedule, or even a custody clause, one that predetermined the 306 to 59-day split we now see in their finalized divorce. Some speculate that financial triggers were tied to the length of the marriage, making the 19-year mark crucial. If certain benefits changed after 20 years, it might explain why the divorce was finalized just before that anniversary. The shocking part is how cleanly everything ended. No drawn-out court battles, no heated custody fight, no messy division of assets. It was as if both parties were simply executing terms already written 2 decades earlier. Russell's alleged claim paints a picture of a man blindsided by legal precision. Keith reportedly discovered the clause during a routine review of their documents, perhaps while updating wills or handling estate matters. Realizing the implications, he turned to Russell for support. According to these accounts, Keith was heartbroken, not just because of the clause itself, but because of what it revealed about his marriage. He had spent 19 years believing in a partnership, only to find that the terms of its end had been legally scripted all along. When he confronted Nicole, he allegedly told her that using the clause would expose everything, but she insisted it was just good sense. The breach of trust that followed, sources claim, became irreparable. For Nicole, it was protection. For Keith, it was betrayal. Analysts speculating on this story point out that celebrity prenups often include highly specific clauses, behavioral, financial, and even emotional, crafted to minimize risk. For Nicole, coming off the trauma of losing custody of her children with Cruise, the idea of a safety net would have been non-negotiable. Her legal team, reportedly viewing Keith as a potential risk due to his addiction history, likely drafted a prenup ensuring she maintained control in any outcome, financial, parental, or public. The alleged divorce clause gave her a clean exit plan. No spousal support, predetermined custody, and financial separation locked in from day one. That would also explain the speed of this divorce. Keith didn't fight, not because he didn't care, but because the clause left no room to. The result? A divorce that unfolded with eerie precision, like a contract reaching its expiration date. Russell's alleged comments suggest that when Keith discovered this, It shattered his belief in the authenticity of their marriage. "If you enforce this clause," Keith reportedly warned, "the world will know this marriage was never built to last. It was designed to end." Nicole's response, allegedly calm and logical, emphasized prudence over passion. She believed in protecting herself, not playing victim again. For outsiders, this revelation, true or not, reframes the entire narrative. It's not the story of a marriage gone wrong, but of a marriage built with an expiration date. Those analyzing the timeline note that their public anniversary celebrations in June quickly turned into a finalized divorce by August, a pattern that supports the idea of pre-written terms. Keith's quick compliance with the custody arrangement and absence of dispute makes sense if the prenup had already set those details in stone. Theories even suggest that Nicole's team timed the divorce strategically, just before their 20th anniversary, to avoid triggering clauses that would have benefited Keith. From a legal standpoint, everything fits. From an emotional one, it's heartbreaking. If Russell Crowe's alleged revelation holds any truth, Keith Urban's realization wasn't about money or fame. It was about the loss of faith. He discovered that his marriage might have been built more like a business deal than a bond of love. That discovery, sources claim, broke him more than the divorce itself. And Nicole, depending on who you ask, she was either the cautious strategist protecting herself from heartbreak or the mastermind who never intended to risk it in the first place. The deeper question this alleged revelation raises is unsettling. Are celebrity marriages ever truly about love, or are they meticulously managed partnerships built to dissolve efficiently? If the prenup really did contain such a clause, it would mean every milestone, every anniversary, every forever was shadowed by an exit plan. Russell's supposed insider knowledge reframes Keith not as a husband who lost his marriage, but as a man who discovered he was living inside a legal contract. It explains the speed, the silence, and the lack of conflict. This wasn't a fight. It was a signing. And when Keith finally realized the truth, his only move left was to walk away. The alleged warning he gave Nicole, "If you enforce this clause, everyone will know this was a contract," wasn't just about the marriage, but about their legacies. He didn't want their love story to end as a headline about legal terms and prenups, but in the end, it seems that's exactly what happened. Whether Russell Crowe truly revealed this or not, the theory fits too neatly to ignore. Every detail, from the 19-year timing to the custody split, aligns with the idea of a pre-scripted ending. Maybe Nicole was just being smart. Maybe Keith was naive. Or maybe in Hollywood, even love has fine print. What do you think? Was this marriage ever real, or was it always destined to end exactly as written?